Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another demonstration with Janome America. My name is Celine Ross, and I am an educator for Janome Canada. So Janome America, Janome Canada became Janome North America. So 2 days in a row. Am I lucky? I think I'm lucky. I hope you're happy with the teaching. Okay, so I see people coming in. Okay, so today I'm going to stay in the same theme, done before dinner. Just a quick project, but it's a kind of follow-up from yesterday project. So yesterday demonstration, yesterday ideas. Okay, so I'm going to turn the camera. So Marty is there. Hello, Marty. And I see there's a lot of people, but not everybody is writing, which is okay because that deconcentrated me. Okay, so I will turn the camera. It's just something fun. Okay, turn the camera. Oh, this is too big. Oh, too close. Okay, this is a food tent. These are food tent. Hello, so happy to be able to join you yesterday. Love yesterday project. I hope you love this one also. Okay, so it's freestanding lace also. Oh, and from Dalmac. Yes, I'm not sure if I pronounce good. Christine is easy to say, but the first one is Mitty. I'm not sure. Anyway, hello to everybody. So these are food tent. It's just, to make people talk about it while you're doing a picnic or you eat outside. These tents are from the dollar store. I look cheap when I say this, but and it's to protect the food from the flies and from what the drop from the trees and all this. So, okay. Aloha, Mele. Don't tell me Aloha. You are in Hawaii. Oh, okay. Janice, hello. Okay. So what's new with this? Of course, I use you will recognize design. I use some built-in design. But what did I do today? I add Mylar. And I'm saying Mylar because everybody knows what it is, but maybe there's new people that don't know yet what it is. They just bought an embroidery machine and they're learning. So, and the one who knows Mylar and work with Mylar, maybe you'll have a few new tips. Why do we use Mylar? Is to give shine and a little bit of glitz to an embroidery. So you see, like all my flies, the wings are uh, more shiny. Okay, and I'm going also to teach you how to embroider this and also how to sew it, because this is sewn now. It's there. It's very easy, even if the tent is big. It's very easy. Look at this. It's a spring. So it's from the dollar store. But the point is to teach you how to embroider freestanding lace with Mylar and how to tack the design easily with your machine. Okay? It's not that easy to find a quick project. And I'm moving this. Okay. So what is Mylar first? I'm removing my cover. Okay. Mylar is these sheet here. There's many color on the market. And you can buy this. I don't want to say Amazon. I want to say go to your dealers. Dealers are, yes, they're there to sell you and to help you and to give you ideas and to give you instruction. So for sure, so the dealers have this. And I'll show you how it is here. So this is Mylar. See how thin it is? Thin. And there's different color. It's thin, but when you embroider it, it's big. It's strong. Okay? So here's a few color that I had in stock, but there's more. Okay? So how do I embroider this? You need freestanding lace design, which your machine for sure is you have. And over the internet, oh, they give you so many uh, designs. The fly that I have, okay, it's I don't know if it's available in Denmark, but if it's not available, of course, you still have Amazon. And I don't like to say this because I want you to encourage so much your dealers. But on Facebook, you can ask to in your area. Okay, so bonjour Marthe, Carole. Oh la la, hello, a lot of people that I know. Good. Well, I know and I met them, but some of you I never saw, but I know you anyway. Okay, so how do I do? No, I'm gonna move this. No, I'm going to move this away. Okay, so you see, these little project is also good. You see, I save all my leftover and I sew them together to use them for why throwing this, you see. And this little flies or flowers or any design, it's exactly what I need leftover, to reuse them. And how do I sew them together? I use um, water-soluble thread. I use Wonderfil. I'm a big fan of Wonderfil, even if Janome is selling Madeira thread, but I didn't see this on Madeira. So I use Wonderfil water-soluble thread, and I sew all my leftover, as you can see. Okay. Another thing I'd like to say, you see, I'm missing a little part here. But my stabilizer is so tight in my hoop that I'm not worried. I won't do it in purpose to put an embroidery here. Huh? I'll try to save it. Okay. Now, how do when I want to use this Mylar on the water-soluble fabric, okay, or stabilizer, I should say, I like to use the two-face tape, double-side sticky tape, Stitch Perfection, and I'm using the one from Floriani. R&K, it's Floriani. I'm a big fan of this. It doesn't damage your needle. There's no, the glue is not, you have no problem. And this is your double side. When you open it, this is a sticky here. Okay, just enough to hold everything into place. So I already cut 2 strips. Oops, I cut 2 strips, and Mylar has no right side, no wrong side. Okay, so I cut 2 strips, and I will remove my paper. Okay, from that tape, and I put the Mylar right on the water soluble, and that's all. I don't want to use the function from the machine, the basting function, because I'm going to perforate this, and it'll be weak after. So I'd rather tape it and then do my embroidery. I don't have to hold it. I don't have to be worried that it moves and it slides. And you see, again, I recuperate all my leftover. So, ici, Françoise Brossard-Boulanger. Je pense pas que je te connaisse, mais bonjour. Diane, hello. Diane Bacon. Carole, also, hello. Oh, there's a lot of hello in French. Oh la la, people are watching the English. Pilar, how do you do? You're far from us, Pilar. Okay, so you see, then I'm ready to do my embroidery. Of course, to do my embroidery, I need to put the same thread. It's freestanding lace. Same thread, sorry, in the needle and same thread in the bobbin. And before you go really, you cannot make a mistake anyway, but you have to make some samples. I didn't want to do flies one after one after one after one, so I put a few in my hoop, and I used always the smallest hoop that I can find. So I'll show you my samples and what I do. Okay, here we go. So you're gonna ask me what do you do? uh, we see this, on when they I don't know how you call this in English. How do you the scientists when they study the insect, they they put a pin to hold them and to see the wings. Anyway, so here's my flies and built-in design, which is a butterfly, a different one, flowers, different design. And why do I do this? Why do I attach them with the needles, okay? It's because I want to give them a shape. So when I finish, this is one of the idea, okay? When I finish my embroidery, and this is not the proper design because nothing is attached together. So if I wash it, everything will melt away, everything will be separate. I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4 designs separate. So I always keep it to show. Butterflies collection, yes, you're right. Okay, and you see, easy to remove. It's really easy, and I keep it where I want to where I need it. But like I say, this design is really no good because it is a freestanding. No, it is not a freestanding lace. It's a small design only. Okay, so I'm just going to leave it there. So this is, I want to give a shape. You see? So when you rinse them, the water soluble will dissolve the stabilizer, and I'm going to take a sip of water because okay. So I want to give a shine, and I want to give a shape. So when it's out of the water, I use a towel, and then here I give it a shape. Okay, so this one is dry. I think that they're still wet. No, I can use them. Okay, and you see my butterfly this way and the other way, just to and I'm holding them with the pin, and this is just a piece of foam, it's a half of an inch thick. I like to work with this. It is when I do any kind of lace, after I feel like if I leave this dry on a towel, it will move, and then I have to iron. And I like to pin them on a board like this and let them dry. This is me, okay? And I'm always happy with the result, okay? So those butterfly, no, those flies, I think it's from oh, embroidery designs. I think, if I remember good, okay? So I give them a shape, okay? And it's still wet, but so what I do, the way I did it, I embroidered all the wings before. So in my hoop, I copy paste, copy paste, copy paste, copy paste, okay? And I embroidered on a Mylar sheet, okay? And you can see the wings, they're really transparent and shiny, and they reflect the light. And it's solid, nothing is broken. There's no perforation, nothing. And then when I rinse them, then I give them a shape. You see those wings here? They're round. This one is up, so I put my needle just to take it up. This one also, you see what I did. So I like to give them attitude. Okay. So first I embroider my wings and then the body. And look at it's really realistic. Look at this. Okay, it's a real fly. Those digitizer, they're so good, so good. So I don't think, if I remember, it was a paid design, but still. And it's attached just here with an embroidery. It's a 3D embroidery, 3D. Okay. And you see, I put if I can say, the legs up, while the other one I put them down. So you manipulate them when they're wet the way you want. Okay. So now you know how to do this. I just have to embroider on top of everything. Then when they're dry, it's time to sew them. So iridescent looks good. Yes. Well, there's many colors, many color, and I use different colors. Whoops, she's flying. Here I use different color. Maybe you don't see well, but I use pink with pink. I use blue with blue. I'm in front of them, so maybe with the light it is different. But it is really, I use different color. Okay, so my fly is on the floor. Okay, so how am I going to sew this? Hold on, turn the camera, and the machine went to sleep. So this is the thread I told you, water soluble. And I used, it's summer, so Janome Canada anyway has sells Madeira thread, Madeira stabilizer. So I use this, for the summer. And I looked, the butterfly, they're the same color as the binding from the food tent. So it was green. So anyway, this is what I use. Same thing, top and bobbin. Okay. Then, just to remind you, Janome is also selling these bobbin catcher. Everything is always clean. You see my threads are here. Everything is, and my Janome magnet, of course. If you see. Okay, now how am I going to? I'm going to embroidery first, and I want to find in the category. I want to find freestanding lace. You have to be careful. Not lace design they're not all freestanding. You see, designed for fabric, so it's not good for fabric. For fabric, not good. So I have to find another one. Designed for water soluble stabilizer. Now you're okay. Big design, small design, and you'll recognize the butterfly from here that I use. Every Janome machine has freestanding lace design, but you have to be careful, okay? If you don't choose the right way, if you choose the one for the fabric, well, when you're going to wash it, you'll end up with just the thread. So this is what I use here, okay? Now you want to attach them to the tent. So now I'm going to my sewing, regular sewing application. And when I turn it on, I have my utility stitches, 2 pages, and another category is buttonhole. You have 2 pages. If I look at the category, I have how to sew your buttons. This is what I'm using. So it asks you to use foot T to sew your buttons. Of course, you have to sew your button with holes, huh? If the button has no hole, well, we sell needles, okay? So this is foot T, and it has a double, it holds at two places. It's even not stronger, nothing will move. And it has that rubber part here to hold to maintain the button in place. Okay, and as usual, same thread top and bottom. Okay, even to tack down. I like this because let's say I'm going to sew this butterfly onto my tent. Okay, attachment, you're right, stay there, huh, Christine, stay there, because my English is limited. So you see this one, I don't want to tack it with white thread, I don't want to use a black thread, huh? So I'm going to attach this to the tent. So I already thread my machine with the proper thread. And how I do this, so I'll move the camera, and then it's just fun, you know. People will talk when they'll see this. So let's put the butterfly here. And there's no need to pin or something. I just place it, lower the foot, and when you ask, you see there's no danger because it's rolled. But even on the other tent, it's easy to manipulate because the fabric is so light, you can squeeze it and there's no problem. Okay, so I want to do not a zigzag, a stitch sewing button, like sewing button. But I know that 3.5 that appears to me as soon as I ask, it's not wide enough for me. So I'm going up to 5. And I would like my butterflies. So, exactly what I want. Okay. And if you want, you do once or twice. Then here, I want it smaller. So I'm going back to 3.5. This is easy here. Okay, down, and there you go. Okay, it's as easy as this. So I'll cut my thread. I hope you see well. Okay, and you see this is a wire with a spring. I can remove, I can clip my thread, see? And you see nothing except, yeah, I didn't cut that thread here. I don't like to cut it while I'm sewing to go to another place because then maybe you will lose your, so you see, my butterfly is almost flying with the wings like this. And if I look on the wrong side, well, it's the same color, you see? Black is with black, green with green, red with red, or pink with pink. Now I want to sew my fly. Okay, so Janome threading a Janome machine is very easy. Could be very fast. Okay, take the good one and the good end. Whoops. Okay. And I don't know if you already saw the CM17. You lock the machine, thread your needle, unlock the machine, and attach the thread to the left in the foot holder, in the thread holder, sorry. And then my black thread in the bobbin, and I'm ready to sew one fly, one or as many as you want. Okay, perfect. I love those flies. Okay, okay, good. They're really, it's cute. So again, I'm going to, okay, put this down, put my fly. Let's see, this one is coming. This one, already 8, so small tack. Now I have to be careful with the wing, so I'm going to move the wings up with my fingers and change place, and the body is wide, so I'm going to do the tack down as wide as the machine allow me to do it. Lock stitch. So I went fast, but I'll do a sample after. I want to show you something else. Okay, I sewed too fast, so I'm removing my thread, and okay, you see, look at, she just landed. Anyway, it's just for fun, but it's also to show you how to, just to give you an idea. You know, we have to, I think the idea has to be in a project, because if I just do samples like this, it's not like doing a full project, okay? So now I want to talk to you about this function. So, if I do this, no, I want you to see my screen here. Oh no, you'll see up there. Okay. So, okay. So I have a piece of white felt because I want to show you. So when you touch the buttonhole, do you see well? A little bit like that, yeah. It's hard to, okay. See, by pre-program, it's 3.5. And I'll do, so my thread is black, it's okay, because I want to show you on white. So my thread is black. So I'll go slow. I want you to understand what is happening. Start. You see my zigzag, and then my lock stitch, 3.5. You don't need such, it depends of the button or whatever you want to do. You want to do it as small as possible. I'm going to move the fabric. See how tiny my zigzag is, or my tacking is. And you want it as big as possible, which is 7 millimeter. You let it go. Like I say, I don't cut my thread in between because I don't want to retread, but I said 3.5 and the minimum and the maximum, but you know, whatever you want. Let's say you want 5.5. I'll go very slow. You see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and lock stitch. So it is strong enough just it is strong for a button. So even if you have a button with 4 holes or 2 holes, there's no problem. It's just enough. Okay, cut my thread, and then I'll remove this here. And like I say, I didn't clip my thread in between because I was afraid to lose, to have to retread. So you see the difference with the zigzag width? You see the difference? Okay. So this is good, like I say, or for buttonholes or for tack down. If you really want this invisible, well, this is really easy here. This is really, and the maximum is 7 millimeter. So for the body of that fly, which is really thick, really dense, I'm coming back on my sample here. Okay. I don't know if you see, this one is curved. I made it curved. If it's not dry enough, I will. And the pins hold them. So you see? I don't know if you see. Oh, now you see the curve. The curve that I want to give. So this is just to show you how you want to, just ideas. Maybe here you don't need the only place for a fly. Where is the fly and bee embroidery from? Okay, it's coming. I think if I remember good, I did this a long time ago. It's from embroiderydesign.com. Okay, and okay, and with so you will let it dry with the shape you want using the needle when they're wet, of course, and then, well, from built-in design, your buttonholes tag down. You see the wings, how I made them. This one is up while the other here are down. You play with it while they're wet, okay? And even if I manipulate them, I have no trouble with the Mylar. See? Oh, this one needs you see, just to teach you something, and it could be fun, on the tent. You put this out. You see, I even did some little flowers. I'm just practicing, and just to show you something, okay? And maybe you want to play trick to somebody. So what do? You put this in the dish, near the food. Oh, maybe they will it's terrible. So, but it's just for fun. And even the fun, it teaches you how to use Mylar and how to use the tag down. So I hope you had fun. It's the monthly theme is done before dinner. Well, this is exactly done before dinner. It's a short project. So I will turn the camera. Oh, and it's too high. And well, I wish you a good end of the week, and embroider some flies. Bye bye, everybody.